Lori Leclerc is a 23-year employee of the city of Columbus, and all of it she spent in computer operations. Away from work, she sings with the Columbus Women's Chorus. She would like to share some information regarding that, saying that the spring concert, the fiddle and the drum, is performing Saturday, June 2nd at 8 p.m., and Sunday, June 3rd at 3 p.m. at the King Avenue United Methodist Church. Okay. You took notice. Besides singing, she also plays golf at Safari Golf Club with the Executive Women's Golf Association, Columbus chapter. This spring, she also started volunteering as a recycling ambassador for the new city recycling program. Very exciting. Which brings us to her speech, the greeting of Columbus. Please welcome Lori Leclerc as she Lori.
Thank you. Have you gotten yours yet? I'm talking about the new blue recycling bins. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I am now going to tell you how you too can make Columbus greener. Beginning April 16th, the city and Rumpke Recycling started delivering blue 64-gallon recycling containers to most city residents. Why? Because a lot of residents felt that recycling is a basic city service alongside with their trash pickup. It's probably because of the amount of garbage that is really recyclable. It's what goes into our landfills. And what goes into the landfills, glass, plastics, cans, they do not decompose at all, or they do it very slowly. So, with that 4.5 pounds of trash that most people produce daily, 60% of that is recycled, could be reused. So, the city is starting to do something about it. By doing this, it's going to help the city cut costs in tipping fees at the landfill. You know that every one of those trucks that go out to the landfill have to pay a tipping fee. The city pays one. It also is going to help create jobs at Rumpke, which is a private company, thus bringing more tax dollars to the city. So what are you going to do about it? Well, what can you do about it? It's easy. When that blue recycling container shows up, you start using it. Okay, when is it going to show up? Well, it depends. Rumpke also has the yard waste pickup. So your yard waste, whatever day of the week it is, let's say it's Monday. On Mondays, now you put your yard waste out the curb. Starting, well, by now you should have, if you get a Monday yard waste, you should have already gotten your blue recycling bin. They're actually have a schedule on delivery. Then June 4th, you can put your recycling bin on. Fill to the brim. Now, then on June 11th, you put your yard waste out at the curb. On June 18th, you'll put your recycling container out. Now, the recycling container does not go necessarily at the curb, unless that's where your trash gets picked up. It's going to go in the same place as those great big 95-gallon containers. Now, how do you know whether you got recycling? Well, if you live in a single-family home, a duplex, a triplex, or a fourplex, if you've got one of those big 95-gallon containers that has your address stenciled on it, you will get a recycling bin. Now, the recycling bin, when it's delivered, it's not going to have your address stenciled on it, but it's got a nice little spot for you to write in what your address is. And if you ever moved, you'll leave it there, just like you do, you leave your trash can there. Now, what goes into the bin? Very simple. Paper, plastic, cans, glass, cartons. Paper. Okay, your newspapers, daily paper, magazines, catalogs, the telephone book, junk mail. It's usually suggested, though, that you remove things like, your address from anything. You still want to shred that stuff because, it's secure. You want to make sure that people don't get personal information. Plastic. Now, plastic bottles pretty much is what they're looking at, such as all of our little drink bottles around here tonight. Those are recyclable, especially these neat ones that are now like plant-based. But anyways, what you want to do with any plastics is you want to make sure they're rinsed. You can put the cap back on, then stomp them down, because that 64 gallons, they figure, is going to last about 2 weeks in most households. So, but you want to make sure you get as much in there as possible. So, brush your bottles before you put them in. Your plastic bottles before you put them in. Glass, same thing. You want to rinse before you put any color of glass in. Now, these are glass jars, bottles, whatever. The one thing you cannot put in, you can't put in light bulbs, can't put in stemware, just drinking glasses and those kind of things, and you can't put in broken glass. But, you want to put these in. This is 2 weeks. You don't want the buggies to come out during that 2-week period, especially over the summer. Cans, well, your pop cans, your beer cans, your food containers, your soup, and all those kind of steel, aluminum, it doesn't matter. They can be rinsed, they can be put in. It's great to know that all of our pop and beer cans will have new life as pop and beer cans, because 2/3 of all aluminum ever produced is still in use today. Cartons, milk cartons, juice cartons, broth cartons, wine boxes. Again, rinse, crush, put them in. You can even put cardboard boxes, your cereal boxes, flattened, and you can even put in pizza boxes, as long as your career agrees. So, again, how are you going to recycle? How are you going to do this? Okay, first, you're going to wait patiently for that recycling bin to show up. Second, you're going to start using it. Third, on the appointed day, you're going to put it in the appropriate spot, curb or out, wherever your trash is picked up. And fourth, you have pride in knowing that you have helped Columbus be greener, and you've also helped create jobs at Rumpke, the Rumpke facility, where they're going to sort all of this stuff. And you are going to be able to save the city tax money because it's going to reduce the